Hey guys, Philip here again. So let me talk you through my results here today, and I'll show you what I did, and I'll show you every race. I'm recording live, so you can see every minute, every second, every click, every mistake. And today I did not trade very well. And you can see here I made a £9 loss on this one here as well, but that was going in play. And that is fine because that's part of a different kind of strategy here where this is negated here. If I go back here to the last week, changes to 20 here and go to profit and loss, you can see here that if I go to the horse racing here, you can see that that £9 was already covered by this win here and this win here, because these were both in play wins, I believe. Okay, so that's again is all part of the average wins, average losses, win percentage and so on, and your strike rate. So having these numbers here really helps you now, because it means that when you have a loss like this one here, it doesn't bother you. And it means that when you, like today, you'll see the market today goes against me again and again and again and again and again. And you'll also notice that I'm quite tired. I did not sleep well last night at all. So I was almost making the video just to get the video done. I wasn't really in the zone. I was just trading badly and I wasn't feeling it. And it wasn't a good day. And that's totally fine, right? And the beauty is that when you're trading with small stakes, this becomes like the worst case scenario. So if I go back here to 27th again here, you can see here, this becomes the worst case scenario in terms of, losing sort of £5, £6, £7. And that's kind of like a bad day, okay? And again, in proportion to your bank, that's okay. And in proportion to your overall average wins and average losses, it's okay. In proportion to your winning strike rate here of 64%, it's okay. And that's what makes it so good. And the beauty is, guys, I'm going to show you everything inside here now so you understand what I'm doing, okay? And if you haven't watched all my videos here yet, you're probably wondering what I'm doing here. And this here is part of a longer playlist called the Mastering Pre-Race Horse Markets with Small Stakes. And you need to watch all these here to understand what I'm doing. And most importantly, guys, you have to watch this playlist here first. So watch this first, and then watch this here. Otherwise, you won't understand what I'm doing, and you'll make judgment calls based on incorrect information. So this list here, this playlist here, warms you up to the fact that I'm trying to teach beginner traders how to become emotionally numb by simply getting practice with small stakes and without losing money, okay? Because as you guys know, it's losing money that makes you emotional, and when you get emotional, you make irrational decisions and you lose more money, and the whirlwind of losing and losing and losing and losing takes over, and you always lose. Whereas if you watch this playlist here and then start watching this playlist here, you'll understand how you can become invincible by trading a large number of markets, becoming numb to the losses, and working up here to a 64% strike rate, okay? And that means that you can just trade again and again and again, and even when you have sort of kind of half-assing days like this here, it doesn't matter, because in the long run, you know you're going to be profitable, and that means you can slowly but surely increase your stakes and make more and more money as you go, okay? So with that in mind, guys, I'll jump in here, I'll show you all the trades. Today, if I'm honest, today was not a good day, okay? I'm just sitting there mumbling to myself. I am tired. I'm not up for it, okay? But I kept recording because this is what happens, okay? This is real, it's raw, and that's what you need to see, okay? And so, as always, guys, I'm recording live, so please don't nitpick on every last detail, every last second, every last miniature movement, okay? Because it's raw, it's live, and it's unedited, and so you're going to see 1,000 mistakes. You can see 1,000 things that I didn't see, so there's no point pointing them out to me because I can't do anything about it, okay? I'm sure from your point of view as well, imagine if someone was looking over your shoulder while you're trading and basically backseat trading for you, right? So please understand that, guys. So with that in mind, enjoy, and I'll jump in here, I'll show you all the trades here, and you can see here now, if I go back here again to 20th, that we're currently in a whopping £4.40 profit, okay, and we've got bank of £1,004.36p, there we go, and so, yeah, guys, ignore the football trading there, and yeah, so we'll jump in here and get started, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Cheers. Okay, guys, so we're back, and let's continue trading here in the next few races. And today I'm going to be trading these races right here. Only 8, okay? I might do a few fewer here. I'm a bit pressed for time today, but we'll see how things work out. You can see we've got 2 minutes left here on the clock. There's not much happening. It's a busy day today. There's lots of races going on. So the money will be spread out on the weaker races. And you can see here the market is completely flat. See that? It's just flat right now. So with only 30 seconds until the 2 minute mark, I'll just hang back and wait. I'll see what happens here in the next few seconds, because you see they're in the middle of the traded ranges as well. But the thing is, guys, now that I have my here, I have my average wins and average losses here now. So now I know what my stop loss needs to be. Ideally, a lot less than that, obviously. But I know what the sort of maximum is for me to maintain my profitability. And also, I know that I need to basically keep trying to let my profits run, as it were. Okay. So again, this is why this is so powerful, because now I can feel myself. I can feel I've got a different mindset. I can feel that I'm approaching this here in a much more way of I want to protect my bank. Okay, I don't care how much money I make, because I know it's about the long-term strike rate and the long-term average win, not the individual ones. Okay, so you can see that the market's gone haywire, up and down. 2 minute mark here. This one looks like it's going to push through the fours. But with all these horses here being fairly similar in price, I'll be surprised if it does. So I'll jump on the lay side here, and I think I just missed that one. Looks like I might have. Okay, that's been taken now. So I'll put my stop loss here at 90 pence, okay, because that's basically exactly what my maximum is. And I'll let this one play out. I want to see if it bounces back up again here, because you can see this one here is also pushing down. See that? The favorite has now settled here in the middle, and there's lots of money here sitting here. And the longer this sits here, the more likely it is to drift. Okay, and so again, I'll hang back here and give this a few minutes. If the stop loss gets taken, then it gets taken. That's fine. Or I'll simply scratch it off here for a small loss. Which one do you think I should do? Right? If there's a lot of money being matched now at 4, see here, 0.1. If that keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up and up, then I'll scratch it here. Okay. So I've got my eye here on this. See if it goes up to like sort of 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, then I'll scratch it. If not, then the chances are it'll continue to drift off. You see now it's bounced back up again. There seems to be a horse loose somewhere. Sure, so one just bolt off there. Might have not misseen that, but that might affect this price if that continues. Yeah, this horse here is a runoff. Where's he going? Okay. And that looks to be... Okay, never mind. Anyway, so this one here is continuing to come down now. And this one's coming up. But now you can see it's past the post time, so now there's no liquidity. Okay. So, you know what? I'm just going to scratch this here. Just scratch. Okay. Because post time's come, and you can see that the liquidity is down to nothing. And again, so this here, I arrived late in the market, 2 minutes left here. I chose this one here. I was only focusing on this one here. So again, a total scratch, totally fine, no big deal. I didn't lose, that's the main thing. And, you know, I did manage myself well here by monitoring where was the bets being matched. So for me, that's a small victory. Okay, I didn't panic. I didn't scratch it for a loss. I waited. I was calm. I knew what was happening, and I understood. I understood what was happening, and to me, that's a big victory. Okay, so a scratch for you is a big deal. If you scratch it instead of losing, just because this kind of market here, guys. Okay, what often happens is people will trade just to trade. Okay, I'm guilty of that, like anyone else. The difference being that beginners tend to kind of double down or do erratic things just to try and win something every time. Right, that's the difference. I don't. So when I scratch it, I go, okay, that's fine. I scratched. I'm cool with that. Whereas a beginner are so impatient and they want to win so badly, they'll trade extra just to trade extra to try and win, and that's where the losses start piling up. Okay, so for me, that one there, totally fine. I could have obviously done better, but that's always the case, right? Even when you win, you could have done better. So yes, I'll let this go in and play here, and we'll see if we can spot anything or scratch anything off or just back anything here. With a 1 mile race, I'm not going to do any scalping. I'll just go straight up for a back bet, and I'll put my green in here, and I'll do a 20 ticks. That's roughly £5. Obviously depends on the odds, right? But that's going to be roughly £5 profit there for 20 ticks, give or take, right? So yeah, and they're really late here. Some of the horses aren't even installed yet, so I might have to. Okay, we've got lots of time here for the next one. That's fine. So yeah, so it's not much I can do right now. I'll come back when these horses are stopped faffing around, and I'll come back. Okay, so we're back again, and they're loading up. And with these 3 horses here, the first 3 ones here, Zakram, No Turning Back, and Elusive Tiger, I think they're all maidens, actually. I think. But they've all finished. They finished highly. So in the last few races, finished second, finished fourth, finished fifth, and so on. So they certainly should be giving it a good run. So these are very good candidates for just if they have a poor start or something, or if they come if they're running well, then they're probably going to continue running well. They're probably not going to win, but they will actually have a nice potential 20-tick movement. Okay. So as always, guys, I'm here. I'm going to £10 max. That's part of my sort of overall strategy here. And because yesterday I had a £14 profit, I think it was, right? It means that today, if I have a £10 loss, obviously not ideal, but it's okay, right? So it's important to keep that in mind, right? Also, don't forget, my bank is £11 over the starting point. So again, it's all part of that, right? So we'll see how this goes. So you can see Zakram here started a good start. Okay, so you can see Zakram is only outside. He's looking like he's running pretty good. I should have backed him here. Well, we'll see how this plans out here. I'm not going to trade just to trade. Okay, I want to make sure that I see something that makes sense. If this goes past the 6 again, I'll go on backside, I think. Right, it's a 1 mile race, so we've got some time here. He seems to be running a bit funny, doesn't he? He's being nudged along already as well. That's why the price is going up. So I'm going to leave that one, I think. He's already being pushed along quite heavily. Oh, he's coming back though. See that? But yeah, no, I'll leave that. Yeah, I'll leave it. Okay, so you can see there, by just keeping an eye on what's happening and being aware of how the horses are running, and he was being pushed along really early. That's why the price went up, because he was being pushed along way too soon, right? And you can see the Neptune legend in front there. He didn't seem to have any problems at any point. He was cruising, right? He was being nudged along as well, but he didn't seem to lose any ground. So yeah, so hope that helped you out to understand better there. With the in-play trading, guys, in-play trading is the best thing you do is just don't place any bets. Just pick a random horse and just watch him like a hawk and watch the price and see what happens when it gets nudged along. See what happens if you had a good start, a bad start. See what happens when he's running next to a short price favorite. See what happens when just see what happens, right? That's the whole thing there. That's really the only way to learn. And what you can do if you want to be emotionally involved, place like a £2 stake or something, right? Because that way you can sort of with a £2 stake you can easily scratch it off or trade it out, especially earlier in races. Because that way, if you lose the £2 on the backside, think of it as the entry. Think of it as a tax on learning how the market moves. And so if you can afford, let's say 50 quid in £2 segments over the course of like a month, and you just pick certain races and you sit and watch and put £2 in and try and scalp it out, right? It's worth doing that just to learn. Obviously, the caveat is you have to have the discipline to not put more in. If you're a gambler and you're going to put more in, then you're going to lose. Okay, that's simple. So this is all about practicing and about learning nuances, and unfortunately, you can only do that by being involved in the market, right? Because you can look at charts all day long until you click, you're not emotionally involved, and that's what kills trades. If you're emotionally sort of dictated, as it were, then that is a real problem. Because obviously, when you go in play, your heart's racing, and it's exciting, it's fun, right? Which is good, but obviously you want to be emotionally in control. Anyway, I'll stop babbling on, and we'll move on here to the next one. Okay. As you can see, there's already £100,000 matched here. Obviously, Cheltenham, big races there. And so I will probably just jump on here to do a quick scalp here, because you can see this one here is sitting quite nicely here, and with still 6 minutes on the clock here, there technically shouldn't be any drastic movements. You can see here that they are basically flat, all of them, right? So this one here goes against me. I'll just scratch it off. Just be completely ruthless, quick. Just scratch off. No questions asked. Because that way you feel more confident and you're more able to deal with that. And now I can actually scratch, go down here and do a scalp here instead. Okay, so that's been taken as well. Okay, it's going against me. Scratch it straight away. And now you can see there's no money here. See, the weight of money is all here. So you can see, it could be worthwhile taking this away. But again, you can leave it if you want to. If not, then put a stop loss here at 6, right, at £1. That's the maximum we're allowed to lose. If you want to get me again, right, shall I leave it here? Shall I take it? Right, that's the decision. I'm just going to go scratch. Because my job, minimize my losses at all costs. Because right now, let's see if this gets taken here. Okay, that's taken now. And now let's see if this continues down here to 6. Just for argument's sake, let's say I just left it and left it and left it. Let's see if it hits 6. If it does, then that's this here would be a big victory for me, because that means that I made the right call and I saved 60p in losses, and that's a big deal, right? Not for the 60p, but for you making the correct decision, right? And being disciplined enough to do that, right? That's kind of the whole point I'm trying to teach here. Okay, so now you can see it's coming down again. Right, and if this goes as well, then we made the right call, because when this comes down, then that would have triggered the stop loss. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, this favor is not coming in, so boom, see here? Now we would have lost £1, right? That simple. So now that there was an awesome trade. Okay, even though we lost, that was an awesome trade, right? Because it shows that if you're doing that now, it means you are emotionally evolving and you're becoming a good trader, right? Even though it went against you, so what? Okay, yeah, it goes against you all the time, right? But now you understand the averages. Now you understand the fact that now you understand the long-term average, right? With a strike rate of 65%, you know if you can keep that down to 30p, you're guaranteed to be a profitable trader. Okay, that's simple, and that's the beauty of knowing the numbers, right? This one here is coming down quite heavily. I will certainly go on the lay side here on this one, just because there's no, particularly with this kind of big races, right? There's no real reason for this to continue to come in, because there's no support here. Okay. Although I'll say that and it'll probably come crashing down, right? But in my experience with these ones here, the focus tends to be on obviously the first few horses here, and so I'll go on the lay side here again. I'll be ruthless, right? I'll be quick, and it looks like I'll just miss this one here. So I'll take this away. I should have gone on my 8-4 instead of talking. So we'll see if this continues. If it continues, then I made the right call. Because I would have been profitable there, but I missed the entry, right? Okay, so you can see there's more money on the lay side here. Favorites coming in a bit more. I'll see about popping in a trade here, just if I can scalp off one tick. Favorites, this one here's not coming past the 6s. Will it continue? That's the question, right? And now we're arriving at the 2-minute mark, so I'll not do anything here right now. I probably will remove this here, just because on the 2-minute mark, there's already been a couple of spikes. So at the 2-minute mark, that means it's guaranteed to be a spike, right? So I will wait here and see. If there is a big spike, I'll probably go on. I'll trade the dip, because with this kind of race here, there's already £170,000 matched. Any big spikes will probably retract a little bit. Okay, so you can see this one here just come crashing down, crash back up again. There's no real massive spike as such. Okay, so I'll pop in here with a quick scalp in front of the 1,500, because that'll act as a nice buffer. This one's come back to the bottom of the range here. And they all seem to have come up and down, up and down, up and down, so this one here will probably do the same, so I'll go on the lay side here. I may have missed that one there. Gets been taken there. So we'll see if this comes back up again. Okay, as you can see, there's lots of money here on the lay side, and there's definitely pressure for it to go back up again. We'll see if this gets taken. Also because it has already come in quite a bit there already. So it was just going to take it there. But it looks like it might keep going here. So I'm just scratches here for a loss. Again, 65p, not ideal. Now we've got a total loss of £1, but that's okay. Okay, so the live feed is really bad quality, unfortunately. And they are about to go off. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, this is a 2 mile for a furlong, so I can scalp in the first like sort of minute or so, if I need to. Oh, I got a false start there. Next one is in 20 minutes, so I've got time to watch this one. Okay, so I think they're about to go off now, hopefully. Oh, 2 horses got stuck there in the back. Okay, so Jimmy's Dream is right here. We'll see how he jumps. He jumped well. So I'll jump in here for a quick scalp, I think. Just take that out before the jump. Yeah, let's pop in here for a quick scalp, see if I can So I'll pop in here for a quick scalp on this one here. Oops, I forgot to have the global fields on there. So you can see I've got, this is the horse I'm betting on here, okay? So this £300 is sort of stopping the price coming down. It wants to come down. So he's running well. Okay, so that's been taken now. So that's me straight on a scratch trade here. So this one here, I'm not going to scratch. I'm not going to what's it called? I'm not going to scalp anymore because the race is coming towards sort of the past the middle part now, and now obviously you can see the price moves too quickly. And so I'll see what I can do here for a longer trade. So I've got my eye here on this one here. I believe that's the original favourite, because the price is quite high, and he's he's in the middle there. But obviously he's probably gonna he might make a shot for the shot at the contention there. So you can see he fluffed that last race, that last hurdle. I can't speak today. I can't speak today. So we'll see how he does here. If he jumps well, then the price will come back down again. Okay. No, he's already been nudged along, so that's probably a goner. Oh, Hurricane Bay's doing well there. So Hurricane Bay's price is shot out there, but he's definitely he is competing, right? As you can see. So the price here is probably going to come shooting down again briefly. See that? So I should have backed him there. But I'll try here now. See if I can take a little nibble here. So that's now been set off here. So all you need here is to have one good jump, and I'll now take that here. So now he's being challenged, so the price is not going to come down again. So probably going to lose this here, but I'll hang back and see, because he's running well, as you can see. Yeah, now he's going to start losing, so I'll just try and scratch this here. Oh, he's gone. Okay, so now that's a £10 loss. Okay, and again, that's totally fine. Okay, because it's part of our longer term thing here. Okay. So this is usually when beginners will become quite annoyed and quite angry and upset because they lost, right? But it's not a big deal, right? We know this is part of a longer thing. Whoa, that was a nasty fall. Okay, so that's a bit of a mess up there, but that's fine. So I'll now go ahead and just skip to the next one. I'll pop in here. Let's see. Midfield. Okay, so we've got 30 minutes here. Okay, so that's fine. So I'll come back in about 10 minutes. And just to reassure you guys again, okay, so now that we have our sheet here, okay, so we know what our maximum loss is, okay. So now we lost £10. But don't forget, guys, see yesterday, right? We had the £5 here and the £5 here. So we had the two in-play ones where I made a correct call, right? And we made a nice profit, right? So we have two right ones, one wrong one, and that means we cancel out the two right ones. So the idea with the in-play ones, as long as we can be correct, right, sort of 2 or 3 times, then that covers any potential losses. And so we can be correct 3 times and lose 1, we're in £5 profit, okay? And with those kind of races there, right, there was like a millisecond, fraction of a second there before my bet was going to be taken, because I just placed it a little bit too far, right? So had I been like 2 or 3 ticks higher, it would have been taken. If you go and re-watch that replay, you can see the price come down a couple of times when I could have just taken it, but I didn't, okay? So that kind of thing there, it's just, a little bit of bad luck. It could have been a fraction of a millisecond faster down and would have taken our price, okay? So again, with that kind of thing, you have to accept that loss. If you now start to try and chase that to bring it back, then you're entering that losing mindset, okay? So understand that loss there is part of, in my case, this year, is part of the bigger strategy, okay? So it's totally fine. And so right now, we'll see if we can just do the same again, right? And so we can have 1 or 2 successes, and that will cancel out any losses today, okay? And don't forget, it's about the average across your entire market across the year, not a one individual race, okay? So yeah, so we'll keep pushing forward. I'll come back in about sort of 6-7 minutes, okay? Okay, so I'm back a little bit earlier than planned, because I just want to try something here. You can see the second favorite here, Awesome Spirits. Again, he's been drifting quite well. So you can see here, he's come up from 2.5 all the way up now to 3.5. It's quite a long drift. See that? From down here, all the way up here. And it just seems like he's got more money on match on him than the favorite does. Just seems a little bit too drifty, if that's the right word, right? So I might go on the backside here, just as again purely speculative, right? To pop in here and make this here a longer trade. If it goes against me here, I'll take a stop loss here, sort of up here, 90p or a pound here, okay? But I'll come back here in a few minutes and see if this comes back down again, okay? Because again, pure speculative, right? I like these kind of trades here where they drift and drift and drift, because there's usually a significant correction, okay, depending on what and where and when, right? So I'll leave this here. I'll come back in 3-4 minutes and see how this goes, okay? So purely speculative. We'll give it a shot and see how it goes, okay? Okay, so you can see now, let's start coming back down again. The correction's here. Now, I may have come in too early because the price came up here and touched 3.85, okay? And then it came back again. So I may have come in too early here, and the correction was I came in too early, so the correction started up here. So had I popped into it here, now I've been in a nice profit. Right now, I'm just going to take the scratch. Okay, so you can see I made the right call. I just made the wrong entry. Okay, so again here, I don't want to. I could have let this sit here and wait. But again, that was quite a big correction already. So it may come bouncing back up again. So I didn't want to leave that there just in case. Okay, so again, I made the right-ish direction. I messed up the entry point. I should have waited a little bit longer, but that would have been a nice little move there. Okay, so whenever you see any kind of horse that has significantly increased in price, there is normally a predictable correction. For how long? I don't know. 3 ticks, 2 ticks, 10 ticks, whatever. But there's usually a correction that has a really simple entry point there for you. Okay, it's a shame I messed it up, but that's just part of the game, right? And so, yeah, so I'll just keep trading, see if I can spot anything else. This one here I'll probably just leave alone because with the price increments so small, it's not really worth the trouble to trade unless you go in and out really quick. As you can see, it's completely flat right now, so there's not much to go on. Could pop in a trade here at 6.2 just to be ahead of the queue. See if that comes down and touches that. It's very strange trading like this here for me because obviously I'm used to hitting things much harder. I'm used to stacking up loads of trades here or whatever. So it's tricky to think about where to enter or where to go when you're only using 2 sticks at a time. But again, that also limits losses, right? So it's quite a good thing. So you can see that favorites on drift. This one is coming in further. Can't really get any kind of read on this one here. I'll probably lay on the lay side here or in front of the 100 there, see if I can scalp off 1 tick. There we go. A whopping 10p. Woo. But again, it's not about the money, it's about me making a correct decision. So the reason I popped in there is because there was £100 sitting there. It's a bit bigger than the rest of the trades here, so I thought I'll use that as a buffer. I popped in there for a quick scalp. Also because you can see here that when I entered, it had a quick retraction there. So you can see this one here's flatlined. This one's flat. This one looks to just be going up and down, up and down. I've got a feeling the favourite's going to come back up again. So if it comes down to the bottom's range here, I'll probably go on the late side, I think. Yeah, I'll put my late side here, just for, again, pretty speculative. Because you can see that this one here is not moving. It's flat. So this one here is coming in, but this one's not drifting out. And we'll give this a few seconds here. I've got quite a long, if it's a pound I'm trying to lose here, or not trying to lose, but if I can lose a pound, then it's quite a long buffer there. And with a 2 minute mark coming up, that might work in my favour here. So I'm going to leave it past the 2 minute mark, see if this works in my favour and goes up, because I've got feelings it's going to go up here, because you see the favourite only has 38% in the book, this one's 39, yet this price here is much higher. And so we'll see if this works in my favour here when it comes to 2 minute mark. Put stop loss here, just so if it does shoot past me now, then I'll take the stop loss. Okay, looks like it might do. Yep, there we go. So that's fine. So the 2 minute mark worked against me there, but I had that little nudge there, so that's fine. Again, to me, that's a big victory, because I made that choice, because I had a little buffer, the profit was up, and I was like, okay, cool, stop loss there, that means I lose nothing. This one here is approaching the 6 here. That's taken. Hovering over the scratch there. That's fine. This one's now drifting out again. See if it goes past 6s. Or sorry, the 4. So you can see quite a big drift there. I'll pop it and trade here in front of the 180 there. See if it touches that. These are always quite awkward to trade these here when you have a short price favourite, because the price moves quite erratically. So this one here is now being touched, hopefully. That's not been taken there. We'll see if that gets matched there as well. It should do. Yeah, there we go. When you reach the last 30 seconds, so the prices tend to start flatlining. Okay, so if you get matched in the last 10 seconds, 15 seconds, then it can work in favor to work on a scalping basis. Not always, obviously, but you see now. So if you look at these prices now, look at the graph here. Okay, you'll see they tend to start flatlining as they are now. Okay, so yeah, this one's flat. This one's flat. This one's flat. These are more erratic because the prices are much bigger and there's no money around. But let's see here. Maybe I can scalp off on here. Anyway, so 65p there. That's fine. I made a couple of good decisions, a couple of bad ones. I could have had a much bigger profit had I not messed up that first initial trade there. So you can see here at the beginning here, I backed this one here for the correction, but I went in too early, and it came back down again. So it did come back down again to like sort of 3.5 or something here, or if it was 3.33 or something around about here, and then it drifted back out again, right? So had I got that one first on there, that would have been like a £1.50 or something, or a pound. So again, it's all about learning from that, right? But as always, as long as I don't lose anything, that's the main thing. Okay. So anyway, I'll scratch it off, and this one here is only 7 furlongs. I'll leave this one here and see what comes up next here. 55. Okay, so we've got some time here. I might just pop over to this one here straight away, because with £100,000 matched, you can actually start scalping this one here now, because the market is already fully formed. So we can actually scalp this one here, I think. So we'll see what we can do here. Obviously, the liquidity will be quite low, but that's fine. I mean, we've got plenty of time here. So you've got two favourites sitting on the 4s. Okay, well, I'll come back in about 2-3 minutes here, and I'll start scalping, okay? Okay, so I'm back again, and you can see now the liquidity is getting higher. So I'll pop in a scalp here on 4, because obviously it's a resistance point, so this here could potentially bounce back and forth, it's going to through me straight away. But we'll again with this here, you can see there's a lot of money backed up here, right? So these prices here tend to sort of stick around a little bit longer, but we'll see. I'll leave this here for now. I'll hover over here and be ready to scratch this off if I need to. Yes, I'll pop it and scratch there, see if I can scratch it off. I'll hover over here as well to see if I can take a small loss if it goes against me. But that should be matched, that's fine. So now you see, now it looks like it might actually go against me, in which case, boom, see it, I made a right call. So that's it, that's a victory for me there. I'll pop in here on the left side here, see if I can scratch out there if it comes down. So that's coming down now. Again, I'll hover over here and scratch this if it goes against me, which is looking like it might do. Yeah, I'll try and scratch it off. Hover over here. Okay, that's a good scratch. Okay, now it's going against me again. See, so I've made two good choices there. And so at this point here, I'm going to jump in here because it looks like I'm just going to have a quick retraction here. That taken. I'll probably actually move that up one here. Hover over here so I can scratch this off if I need to. But it looks like it's probably going to go up a tick or two. Nope, scratch. Okay. Let's see if I can shift my focus to a different horse here. Now it's coming up. See that? She's £1,000 sitting here on the back side. So I'll pop in here on the back side here, in front of this one here. Because that would definitely certainly act as a buffer. See if it stays there. Seems a bit odd to have £1,000 sitting on that price, but may as well just use that to our advantage, right? So this here is like acts as a buffer. So if that stays there, then when mine get matched here, even if it goes against me, it's going to take quite a bit of money to take that away. So it blocks the price from being moved. But obviously, it might just be there temporarily. It might disappear. So I'll hover over here and see if I can scratch this off if I need to. I'm not going to chase the price down. See someone, they move the price down. So now this is even better because now £1,000 on top of me. And I'm definitely ahead of the queue there. So that means that if it comes up now, then that's basically guaranteed to get scratched. See that? He's moving the price down. So he's definitely trying to push the price down there. I want to see if that gets moved down again. It seems like guy's desperate to get that matched. That's strange. Anyway. Now with this person here, that looks to me like he's a trader because you can see he kept moving the price down, £1,000, £1,000, £1,000. Now, if this price goes up, then we know that person there needs to get that money out, which means if this price starts drifting, it's probably going to drift quite a bit because that person has to get that £1,000 out again to scratch his trade. Obviously, I have no idea if it's a trader, but given the fact that it moved down and moved down and moved down, it probably is, right? Unless he knows something I don't, and given the fact that he's backing with £1,000, he probably does, because I've not got £1,000 bank in this trade here, right? Sorry, about £1,000 stakes. I mean, Okay, so I can't really see much happening. So the prices are kind of just up and down in certain places here. And this one here is now coming through 6, it looks like. See, now I'm gonna jump on the late side here because for me, if that person was a trader, this is now going to start rocketing up here because he needs to get out of this trade. So we'll see how this goes. And certainly moving up, it looks like. This one's coming in, that's good. This is going to be good for us. I'll hover over here and scratch this if it goes against me again. See that? That's going up. See how far it goes. So it looks like this is probably going to get matched here. Nope. So I'll put my stop loss here, so if it comes down again, then that's fine. Okay, so this one just continues coming down. This one, I might just take the ATP here just to get out of that, and just in case it comes down to touches my stop loss. I'll pop in a trade here on the 6. Let's see if I can get ahead of the queue there. This one seems to be just kind of settling in here in 6 and 6.2 and 6.4, so see if I can scratch off one tick there. And with this one coming in, that's going to be a good thing because that was put pressure on this here to stay here or go up. Now, we're about to hit the 2-minute mark, so shall I leave this here? No, I'll take it out because we just don't know what's going to happen, right? I think it's good practice to take your bets out if you haven't got any matched 2-minute mark, because we'll see what happens here now. See that? Right. Obviously that went in my direction, which would have been a good thing, but obviously I couldn't know that, right? So I'll pop it here on the back side, just for a quick trade to trade the dip there if it comes one. There we go. So what I did there was I just backed it because it took a huge move up, and then it was probably going to come back down again. See this one here now is crashing out, right? See that? So, like I mentioned before, if that person who was pumping in £1,000 at a time was a trader, he's now panicking, getting us out. That's why the price is being pushed up and up and up and up. So, in theory, I should have left that much longer there. I should have left the profits run on that one. Obviously, I couldn't know that, right? It was just an educated guess. It could have been a bookie, it could have been anybody. I don't know if it's a trader or not, but again, when basically if money goes in like that, and you know that they're probably going to be scratching off something, then you know the price is going to move in a different direction if they have to get out quickly. And so let's see. This one is continuing to come in here. There you go. Now I can think to myself, is this going to retract back down again or not? Because it has gone out from 6 to 10 now, which is a hefty drift. The live feed is really bad quality again. Just going to check what the next race is. Okay, we got 20 minutes. And so the post time has passed, and now the liquidity will die off. Probably not that much. Sorry, it will die off, but obviously because it's Cheltenham, there's still plenty of money flying around. But at this point here, they are now about to go off. And you can see this one here is looking like a front runner. I think I can't quite see the numbers. They've got very similar. That's the white one. Okay, so yeah, this one here is the front runner, looks like. But you can see Toto 2 is also there at front, and he's obviously the short price favourite there. Okay, so you can see this one here is at front there. These other ones here are like, little donkeys. So it looks like a little quick back bet here. Wouldn't go amiss. So I'll pop in here with a quick back bet. Just to see if that comes down, because obviously if he's the front runner. It certainly looks like he's going to be. See if it does in first hurdle. Does well. Okay, that's taken. That's good. So Toto 2 is very keen. The commentator is saying. So the price is shot out there. So now that this horse settles in now the price is probably going to come back down again. So this here will probably come back down again now, because obviously now the commentator stop talking about him. Depending on how it jumps, obviously. So you can see now this one here has done really well. So now see the price has gone all the way down here. So again, I could have left that. But obviously I would have been risking the whole £10, right? So if he had fluffed a hurdle, then the same thing. So the reason I scalped that there, I've said before in the previous lessons or previous videos that when I'm doing in play, I'm only going to take like a £5 profit, is because it was right at the start of the race. The prices don't fluctuate that much, so it's okay to go in and out there. Okay. So the reason why I said before about taking a minimum £5 profit is because later on, when the prices become more erratic and coming towards the end of the race, there's no point trying to scalp there for like 50p profits, because the risk is too high. So you need to go all in or nothing, right? So that's the why I said that. He seems to be struggling this horse already. Okay, so you can see Toto 2 is right at the back there. So it'll be very good if this price starts going up and up and up and up like before, because that offers a huge value bet. He's running outside. He's running well. So if this one here goes up, then I'll certainly pop in with a back bet. He's struggling a bit now, so the price is going to shoot up now. But you can see he's making back around again. So yeah, here I think a value bet here really good. I'll see how he does here on this stretch here, because he seems to be, can't really tell, is he struggling? No, he's making ground, he's coming up. Yeah, he's making a move. Yeah. can't tell if he's actually making ground or not. I don't think he is. No. No, he's right back there, so that's fine. No, he's done. Oh, he's coming back. Anyway, okay, so that's it. Did a quick little scalp there, so I got a few quid back. That's good. And we'll move on to the next one here. Let's see what the next one is. 14 minutes. Okay, so I'll come back in about 10 minutes, guys. Okay. All right, so we're back again, and we'll see what we can do in this one here. See the favorites here is drifting out, so I'm going to pop in a trade here at 4.1, just so I can see if I can get ahead of the queue. And just to scalp off one tick there, one teeny little tick. This one's been coming in for quite a bit here. See, it's coming in from 5.1 to 4.7. Oh, 5.5 actually, 5.5. So it's quite a bit of a move. Where's the next one here? Cool. So you can see here in the favorites, there's no money sitting here at all, is there? I was going to say I'd be tempted to go on the lay side there, but obviously a big stake him in there. If you see that, I can't think it happens. There's nothing we can do. But luckily, I wasn't in the trade. I was going to go on the lay side there, so a bit of luck on my side. That's always nice. Okay, see this one here is crashing in. Always quite difficult to read when a massive stake comes in and swallows up a massive chunk of the price like that. Because you can definitely go on the backside here and trade the reversal, but then also obviously it sometimes doesn't reverse because there's no money here at all, so there's nothing here. So that means that sometimes the reversal doesn't come, right? This one here is coming in. And the liquidity has just died off completely. There's no money coming in here. See that? £10, £1, £14, £2. Seems everyone got scared off by that big stake. Okay, there's another one there. See another big spike. There's another 1600 on the backside. Oh, the favourite. I'll pop in here for a quick scalp, see if that will be taken. It'll be interesting to see what happens at the 2-minute mark. I'll take this away actually. You can see it's looking like it might continue this one here. So 2 minutes coming up here, so I'll probably try and trade the bounce if it comes. So the favor's starting to drift off. So I'll pop in a trade. So it's coming in there, okay. So this one's crashing in. The favourite's crashing past the 3. I'll jump on the lay side here on this one, see if I can scalp off 1 tick. It's already going against me, so I'll try and get out here real quick. Get out there. So this is continuing down. Now it's probably going to reverse, I think. This is coming to the bottom of his range here. And you can see there's no money here at all. See that? There's no 0 money sitting here. So I'm on the lay side here. See if that reverses. Nope. Nope. Okay, get out. So now I've got £1.40 loss here, which is not ideal. I think the first one was 60p. Okay. So this one is around 40, so I need to try and minimize that as much as possible before the off. So I'll pop on the lay side again and see if I can scalp off 1 tick. That's been taken. That's been matched there as well. This one's flatlining as well. So I'll pop in here for a quick scalp on this one. Excuse me, it's at the bottom of his range here. It's a shame I only got 70p taken. That would have been a nice one there. Should get matched now. There we go. It's hovering over here in case it goes against me. So I may have to scratch this off. See how this goes. I'm definitely ahead of the queue there. Just one little nudge. I am literally the first person to be matched there. Come on, one little nudge, guys. One little bet. Somebody somewhere put in a lay bet there. They are about to go off. They're loading up. There we go. Slowly going. Very slowly going. Oh, it's because the liquidity dies off completely at this stage here. First get a couple of quid. I'm hovering over here, so if this goes here, then I'll scratch it off straight away. May have to scratch it off. Just £5 more. £4. £3. 50p. Okay. Okay, so I've managed to reduce my loss down to 89 pence, which is good, because that is exactly what my maximum is. Okay, so I've got 10 minutes to the next one. So this one here, we'll see if I actually place a bet on this one. Because it's a very short race. But if I spot something special, then I'll certainly jump in. Just do 15 tick. So stall 5 and stall 2. So I've got my eye on Moorgate and Sparked. Stall 5 and stall 2. Okay, so they're about to go off. So 5 and 2. Moorgate had a complete duffer there, so the price is shot up. See the favour is in front there. So you can see Moorgate here is right at the back. He fluffed his opening there when the stalls opened. So here could be a potential value here, because he was obviously down at 4.2. So no, he's gone. Oh, he's moving up now. See that? He came shooting down, but again, it wasn't. So you could have matched him up here, and he would have shot down here. But again, it wasn't really worth the risk, was it? So yeah, that's fine. So I'll jump to the next one here. Okay, so we've got 9 minutes. So I'll come back in about 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, and I'll start trading this one here as well. Okay, so we're back again now. 19 runners. This one here is coming to the bottom's range, so I'll pop in here on the lay side. Oops, I've still got the 20 tick offset here, so I'm probably not have a 20 tick offset. A little bit too ambitious. So see if this gets taken here. Let's take the 20p. So hover over here, scratch this off if I need to. Yeah, a bit too slow there on scratching. I should have scratched straight away. Now there's £100 in front of me, so this might now come down even further. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, I'll just scratch that off. Although I could have waited there. I was a bit too keen there on scratch, but that's fine. This one's also the bottom's range here. I'll pop back in here again for another scratch, see if I can scratch off that 20p loss. I got taken straight away, that's great. The original favour is now drifting off. Pop on the lay side here for a longer trade, because that looks like it might continue. Pop my stop loss here at £1. This one is continuing to come in. This one here is now shooting off into the stars. You can see here there's no money here at all, see that? So I'll leave this here. I'll put my stop loss here as 0. If it comes down again, that's totally fine. But I'll see if I can let the profits run on this one here for a little bit. So I'll take the 136, I think, if it comes up that high. I'll just take the £1 here. See if I get taken. There we go. That's nice. I'll pop in a scalp here on this one here because there's £200 sitting here, and it's at the bottom of this range here as well. So I'll see if that gets matched. So that got taken straight away. I should be the first here in the queue because I think there was nothing there when I got matched there. So that should hopefully get taken straight away. I'll hover over here and scratch it off if I have to. Fairly certain I should be first in the queue. Well, definitely now because there's no money there at all. There we go. This one's coming back down again now, as you can see. And I'll wait until the 2 minute mark here and see what happens. See if any big flurries, and I'll pop in on I'll trade the dip. Because this one here now, you can see there's £176,000 match, which means it's fairly solid market, okay? And so if there is a big shift in one price, then chances are it's going to dip down again straight away for a few ticks because there's a lot of money flowing through. Having said that, the liquidity isn't that high, so we'll see how it goes. Now it's 2 minute mark here, big flare from here, straight in there, backside. See if that gets scratched off. Boom. Very simple. Okay, that kind of trade there, right? Be careful because it doesn't always come back down again. Okay, so I did that there because obviously, like I said before, it's a very fluid market. There's a lot of money being matched already, and so it probably would come down. Okay, that's the most probable thing to happen. This one here is now crashing past the 10. So this one here is definitely very tempting to go on the backside. Just popping up the lace out here. A little bit too slow there. Oh, it got taken anyway. Just going to scratch that. The scratch should get taken. Yeah. I'm definitely ahead of the queue there, so just one little nudge there. Ugh. Too slow, Philip. Too slow. There we go. Okay. Man, this one here is drifting like crazy. Super tempting to go on the backside of this one here now. Even just as a straight value bet, if I knew you guys are watching, just stick a tenner on there, a pure punt. Why not? Because you can see it's gone from 7 to 14, doubled in price, right? But anyway, it's weird. Every horse seems to be drifting. But anyway. But anyway, so I'll pop in trade here in play and see if I can scratch out a few more ticks here and there. 3 mile race, I'll definitely scratch off. I'll definitely scalp here for the first few seconds. I'll probably go for the yellow one just because I can see it. The other horses are quite difficult to see. It's going to be a false start. Yeah. Next one's in 11 minutes, so right, skip ahead to that one. Come on, donkeys, hurry up. Okay, they're off now. So he's running quite well in the beginning. Yeah, as I pop in here, a little bit too slow there. So I'll pop in and try a scalp here. Oops, didn't get taken. No idea where I clicked there. I clicked somewhere, but nothing happened. I was going to back this one here because I had a bit of a fluffy jump, and then the price would come back down again because he's still, in the front four. Okay, well, I'm going to leave this one here, I think. I'm not getting a good read on this one here. It's quite a few horses, so it makes it quite difficult. This one is now pushing forward. I just don't want to miss the next race. When is it? 41, so it's 6 minutes. So yeah, so I'm going to skip this one here, and let's jump to the next one. Next scalping race here. This one here. Just see what I can do here. Okay, so I'll come back in about 2 minutes and start trading this one here. Okay, so I'm back again. 8 runners. There's no clear favourite. This one here started to drift. There's no money sitting here waiting for it. This one's coming in. This one here's a very erratic price chart. This one here, see this? So I'll pop in a trade here. It's in front of the 300 there. See if that gets taken. Again, with this here, the 300 there will act as a buffer. So if it does go against me, then I've got a bit of leeway there to give me time to get matched or scratched. Assuming it stays there, okay. So you can see this one here is starting to come in. Probably pop in here on the backside on this one as well, just to trade the sort of up and down movements. That's going against me here, so I'll pop in the exit point there. This one here is not going to touch it. Okay, so I'll give this a second here to bounce back. There we go. Nice scratch. I'll pop in here again for another attempt. See if I can do this time. And I'll get out here now because obviously it's a two minute mark coming up, so it's going to be a big flurry of spikiness here coming up. Will this one continue coming in, do you think? Nope. Shoots up into the stars. This one here might continue though. I'm popping the backside here on this one here. Looks like it might continue down. See, this one here is drifting off. This one's going against me now. I should have acted faster. Scratch it, but just come back down again. Yeah, that should be taken now. Nope, doesn't want to. Let's try and scratch it. Okay, that's been scratched. This one here certainly looks like it's going to come back up again because there's no money sitting here. And they are now loading up. This has been coming in. Just pop in one scalp here, see if I can get it matched. Nope. Okay, never mind. Okay, so, you know, this one's okay actually, because I mean, scratches for me are a good victory. So I went against me. I managed the position well. Scratch. I got 3 or 4 scratches there. So I'm quite happy with that. Because it could have gone a lot worse, right? So a scratch is as good as a victory. So that's the last one in here. So this one is very, very keen. And the feed is gone. You see now he is at the front, but it does look like he's going to get caught up with, because he's going very keenly at the start as well. So you can see free speech here on the inside rail. So when they come around the corner here, this might be a good value bet on the backside. See the price is shooting out. Yep, I should have backed it there. So you can see there, I should have backed this one here because it was on the inside rail. It was running well, and had I backed it, I would have had a huge profit there. But again, that's totally fine. You know, you live and learn, right? Move on. There's always should have, would have, could have, right? That's one of our favorite terms in life. So next one here. 6 minutes to go. I'll come back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, so I'm back again, and you can see here got 11 runners. Favorites coming in price. Favorite only has 22% of the market at the moment. So certainly tempted to go on the lay side here, see if it comes back up again. Yeah, I'll jump on the lay side here, just as a little speculative thing, see if it comes back up again. If not, I'll scratch this off here. I'll try and scratch it off. Could you actually go on the other side, go on the back side of this one? Yeah, I'll just move that down here. Again, been a bit too slow there. Again, definitely had a queue, which is good. I was gonna double down and go on flip it on and go on the back side there instead, but I hesitated too long. Let's pop it in there for scalp if it comes through. Pop in here as well for scalp. See if this continues drifting off. I got taken there, that's good. This one's shooting off now. This one's shooting in. That was a 2 minute flurry there to come in. So if this one comes past the sixes, I'll probably go on the lay side. This was crashing up. pop in here and see if it continues. Just one little tick. This one looks like it might continue down. Yeah. I'll pop in here again for a nice quick scalp here, see if it continues on the backward basis. Nope, nope. Goes against me straight away. It's very frustrating when it does that. This should be taken. There we go. I'll take this away. So it's a small profit. That's good. Just got rid of that 42p loss. And I'll just flip this back here, like so. And the live feed is a bit jittery today. Okay, so I'll come back in a few minutes once they've loaded up all the horses. Alright, so they're now loaded up. Good to go. So Olympus install 1. Good start. So you can see this one here had a complete fluff start, completely. So I may actually go on the backside of this one here because it looks like a huge value bet there. See one from 6s over the 20s. See if he starts moving up. And the feed is not that good. So I'm looking at Marion's boy here, see if he makes a move. But unfortunately the feed is not doing good, so that's fine. Okay. So I think I'm going to call that a day today, guys. I'll have a quick look here and see what the next. I'll just quickly add in these here again. See what the next ones might be. It's closed. Closed. This one, nope. Cheltenham. I'll do 2 more and then see how that goes. So this one here, pop in here and see what we can do. This one goes off in 8 minutes, so I'll come back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Let's pop this over here, like so first. There we go. Okay, so I'll come back in about 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Okay, so let's see what we can do here. I'll pop in here for a quick scalp on 6.2 on the favourite here. It goes against me right away. So it's low, right? Yeah, goes against me right away. And I'll have to scratch this off, I think, for silly loss there straight away. I'll pop back in here again. This one here's coming down as well, as you can see. I'll give it a second here because it's yeah, there we go. This one's crashing out. I'll pop in trade here to get ahead of the queue if it does come through 6 again. I'll pop in here for a quick scalp again. Should be taken. Come on now, little nudge. There we go. So these two are on the move down here. Looks like they might continue a little bit. Favor's not moving. This one's not moving. I'll pop on the backside here on this one here, see if that continues down. Nope, nope. Oh, that was exact bang on 2 minute mark. That was a bad move. I'll see if it's bounced back down again. So it looks like it might be bounced back down again. Oh, scratch that there. Too slow, Philip. Too slow. Okay, scratch. Okay, so scratch £1 there, exactly on the what's it called, the acceptable loss. That was just me. I'm tired. I did not notice there was 2 minute mark there, so a very silly mistake. So I'll pop on the backside here on this one, see if I can scratch off a tick. I'll pop in here as well on this one here. Now with £1,000 sitting there, it's looking like unlikely it might come down. So I'll see if I can scratch it off there. Not doing well today on scalping at all. Everything's going against me. It's always very, very frustrating when that happens, but there you go. So this here now should get matched. Nope. Okay, so they're about to go in play now, so I'll see if I can do something on this one. Just refresh the feed. So you can see here number 6 in the front. So again, this could be a good one to go for in a quick little back scalp there. So we'll see how they start off, and then I'll see if I can pop in a back bet. So when you got so many horses lining up there, and you can't see anything with the rain. As you can see, it's definitely at the front there. Okay, they're about to go off. So I'm not going to go on the backside here because it's raining and I can't really see anything, and just got a feeling that might be a bit of a problem with the jumps when it's raining so much. Okay, so they're off. So I would have placed at 5.8 had I done it. So we'll see how they go. So you can see the price didn't go down. So I probably made the right call there. Tempted to go on the backside now though, because the price should be coming down a little bit because he is at the front. Oof. So you can see Lallygag is now shooting off in price. Need to find out where he is. I think he's there, but I could be wrong. Can't see anything. Yeah, so Laliga is there. Right there. Well, they're all fairly even matched, so right now, so Laliga here, as you can see, is coming forward. He is moving forward, isn't he? So you see the price coming down. This is awkward when they're coming towards you. You can actually see where they are in line. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna call it a day today. I'm really tired, and I can feel it as well. I can feel it in my voice. I can feel my eyes. I'm just really tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Not a very good day today, if I'm honest. My scalping was off. I made lots of mistakes. I didn't read the market well. Things all went against me. I had a very silly, not silly. I had a big loss in the beginning, and everything just kind of went wrong. Okay, but despite that, guys, look, only -5. Okay, or actually -670 because the last race hasn't come in yet. Okay, so you can see here, I had this one here not gone against me, the first one here. Okay, now that's all part of it. It doesn't matter. Then today would have been just like a £1 profit. So even though today I am tired, I am not on form in terms of, I can feel my attention's not here. I can even feel it in the way I'm talking as well. And even despite that, it's okay. Okay, I had a -670 today because I obviously got this minus here from this last race here, the 125. So that's kind of like the worst case scenario, okay, and that's okay. And so, guys, with that in mind, I'll keep pushing forward, and I'm going to do one more video for this tomorrow. Once I've got to 50 trades, I'll call that a day, and I'll do like a summary video for you guys, so you guys can actually understand what I'm doing here and understand exactly how this is going to benefit you, okay. And so yeah, so I'll call it today, and I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, if not on Sunday, okay.